and Vacation Kung Fu Voch. We back at it again, kicking it. Appreciate y'all breaking down some clips today. We're going to talk to our coaches once again. We're going to talk to some offensive coaches this time, some of our offensive skill guys. I thought they had some interesting things to say. You know, man, at first I just wanted to, let me tell you how this started a couple days ago, man. I really just wanted to break down the coaches' interviews just to give some extra content, just to give y'all something to watch, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all like extra content, ain't nothing wrong with that. But the more I started watching, the more I came away with clues and hints. Today we're going to listen to Brian Schottenheimer, offense coordinator. We'll listen to Linda Wells, tight ends coach. But we're also going to listen to run game coordinator Jeff Blasco. And I really only had one clip from Jeff Blasco. And I'll tell you why I only got one clip from Jeff Blasco. Somebody asked him about running back by committee. And y'all know I've been overly pessimistic about the Cowboys' run game and how they're going to do running backs in general. The running back situation, that is. So I was like, all right, cool. We get run game coordinator Jeff Blasco. He's going to come in and provide us some clarity and hopefully some comfort as to how the Dallas Cowboys run game is going to go moving forward. Jeff Blasco had this to say.
Yeah, I think it may change weekly, to be perfectly honest with you. It might be a situation where a guy's playing 40%, 20% if it's three guys in the stable.
We have no clue what we're doing. Shit, man, shit. 1 week we might just roll deuce out that motherfucker. Shit. Yo, dog, hey, you never know. Shit, we might get to week 5 and Hunter Lipke out there. Shit, we may get to week 4 and don't nobody start at running back. We don't know what the hell we about to do at running back. Wait. Why don't you explain that again, Jeff? Let the good people say what you say now, Jeff?
You kind of define running back.
Yeah, I think it may change weekly, to be perfectly honest.
That motherfucker look confused. Look at his eye. What's in your eyes, Jeff? What's in your eyes, Jeff?
Yeah, here we go. Salute.
What's in your eyes, Jeff? You just got that surgery to make your nose smaller than your father nose. What's in your eyes, Jeff? We have no clue what's happening here. Zero.
With you, it might be a situation where guys.
Whenever somebody's starting off with yo, I'm gonna just be honest with you. They either lying or they don't know what the hell to say to you. They don't know what to say to you. Both. Like, man, I'm just be real with you, dog. I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you.
Committee look like for you? Like,
just keep it honest with you, bro.
How would you kind of define running back?
Yeah, I think it may change weekly, to be perfectly honest with you.
Perfectly
it might be a situation.
Being perfectly, look, I could be half honest. I could be perfectly honest. Yo, look, when somebody say they being perfectly honest, they've got to be borderline 50% honest. He's not perfectly honest if you got to come out and say he's being perfectly honest. He's like, hey, man, look, man, it varies.
Yeah, I think it may change weekly, to be perfectly honest with you. It might be a situation where a guy's playing 40%, 20% if it's three guys in the stable. It's interesting. I just did a study. I looked from the year 2000 to 2014. There were the NFL average 7.
What's wrong with his eye? Somebody off camera. Somebody blowing in his eye. Okay. He got a mosquito in his eye. Somebody help him.
17,000-yard rushes a year, 17. And since then, it's been 11. So it's gradually gone down.
They in the shade, too, so it ain't the sun. It ain't like he's doing this. Something in his eyes. Somebody blowing in that shit.
Become more of a by committee type league, even with adding the 17th game there in 2021. So I think everybody's kind of heading in that direction. So like I said, I think it's more something that's going to change weekly based off.
Yeah, man, we need a new run game coordinator so bad.
Who we're playing and what we're doing offensively, what we're doing schematically, who puts us in the best position to be successful.
Man, I want a new run game coordinator so bad, dog. It's just time. It's just time to move on. It's just time, man. Let's just go get one of them Shanahan guys, man. Let's go find the assistant right tackles coach on one of these Shanahan teams. Like, hey man, just come in and be the run game coordinator, bro. This ain't working. This ain't working. Bro, say, hey man, I'm be perfectly honest. It's gonna change. It may change every week, bro. It may change every week, but it sounds like he ain't got no plan. Everybody got a plan, but you. You run up and down the street all day playing. He got a plan. You think he got a plan about his money? He know where my mama stay. Jeff look like he ain't got no motherfucking plan. Look at Jeff's face. He look like he ain't got no plan. Schottenheimer face ain't no better when you ask him a question about the run game, but I've never had faith that this offensive coach staff could put the best running back on the field. They just never have. So, but here's Brian Schottenheimer talking to us about running back by committee. Here you go.
I wouldn't say it's a challenge.
Boy, don't you ever deep breath me before you say it's. Come on, man.
Hear what I said.
Don't ever deep breath me before you explain some shit that I don't believe you already, dog. Come on.
Of a committee as opposed to
that motherfucker said. Well,
I wouldn't say it's a challenge. I think it's exciting. I think part of our process now is figuring out what all these guys do well. It's nothing that's new to the league. I mean, we led the league in rushing in New York back in 2008, I think, and we had 3 guys that were carrying the ball. But again, we got some new pieces. You know, the guys here have been around Zeke probably more than I have. Thrilled he's back, learning Royce Freeman. You know, Deuce, just I think that's the biggest thing is getting those guys the reps, getting those guys to work. But I think it's the way you're seeing it. I think last year there was like maybe 9-10 1,000-yard rushers in the league just because it's such a physical grind. I mean, 17 games before the playoffs start, and we're very, very comfortable and confident it's going to work out really well for us.
Do you rather have
I'm just being perfectly honest with you, dog. We don't know what we're doing and run it back. Look, just like last year, right? Just like last year, they were talking about. They was talking about something last year. What was they talking about? They was talking about something. They was talking about the offense getting going. They was talking about the run game. They was talking about something last year. And Schottenheimer's response was, "Hey, man, it's a long season and we ain't figured it out yet, bro. But we got the dudes in this room to get it all done, right?" I was like, man, y'all just believe in waiting around and letting shit fix itself. And I don't think that's how this thing gonna work, bro. But #1 offense since the bye week last year, so I ain't gonna say nothing to you. This is interesting, though. They asked him about the rookies, and he name dropped one rookie in particular that I thought was interesting. So here's Brian Schottenheimer talking about rookies.
I love all the rookies. We were excited the way the draft fell for us. You know, what I love about the way they do it here is, you know, Will and his staff give us a bunch of time. We're involved. We get to know the guys. Rookie minicamp was awesome. The guys fit in on every front, from the linemen to Nate Pete the back to the receivers to the tight ends. It's a really cool group.
Now, I wonder what was so special about Nate Pete that he just gonna name drop him like that. If y'all want to see a film session on Nate Pete, y'all can go click it in my film sessions folder and go see it in the film session playlist, by the way, and go see it. But he didn't name the first round pick. He ain't named the second and third round guys. He named Nate Pete in particular. So I wonder, what was it about Nate Pete that had him so, oh yeah, man, we're gonna be straight, dog. We got out of all the rookies we got Nate Pete in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. I'm curious as to what was it about Nate Pete that just had him so. Because in real life chat, that may be the answer at running back. You know, we're gonna keep on going, man. I got a handful of clips I want to play for y'all. Not too many, but here's Lunda Wells talking about one of my favorite undrafted free agent players, Brevin Spanford, BSF.
You know, it's a really good quality player that we got in Brevin in terms of person. It's fact. You know, he comes here, you know, with experience, you know, playing in Minnesota. Has great measurables in terms of size and length, and really good athleticism. He's smart. So, you know, our ability to be able to get him, especially where we got him at, you know, in terms of free agency, you know, make sure you get excited as a coach because it's another young guy that you have in your room to be able to develop. So I'm excited about him. In the room, he fit in with the room really well early on.
You have a good problem to have.
Hey, man. Well, we'll just let him finish. Is that a good problem to have? We'll let Nick even finish that.
It seems like you got a lot of spots. It's hard to gonna get them all on the roster, but is that good at this time of year?
Oh yeah, it's really a great problem to have because again, you're not just playing guys because hey they're in the room, or guys not just getting reps just because hey they're in the room. Those guys understand that their reps are very valuable because everybody brings their own unique quality to the room, and so each guy understands that hey I got to be at my best every day to make sure I continue to give myself the best opportunity to make this team. So it's a great problem to have.
Peyton Hendershot on that bubble, y'all. I said if you want. Peyton Hendershot is on that bubble. And I think it's gonna come down to tight end types, the vertical down down the field, wide receivers, the big body guys, the balanced blocking dudes or whatever. Like I think those dudes are gonna go in categories. So if you look at Brevin Spann-Ford, he plays kind of like Luke, you know what I'm saying? So I think Schoon is safe. I think Brevin Ford is safe. Jake Ferguson is your number one. I think last year they tried to do the tight end committee thing, and I think Hendershot couldn't do right. Schoonmaker just couldn't do right. Jake was just a dude that emerged out of just out of all those guys. So in my mind, if Jake is clear one, now you need like 3 more tight ends. So it's Brevin and Schoon. And then on the other side, and first of all, Brevin and Schoon are your blocking, big body, catch the ball down under tight ends. Then you got your big play vertical dudes, which is Hendershot and John Stevens. I think John Stevens is going to be against Hendershot, and that's who I think this is going to come down to. I think that's where the last fight for the death is going to come from. I think, just my own personal opinion, I think Brevin and Schoonmaker are safe. Here's Lundell Wells talking about John Stevens.
I think he's ahead of schedule physically. Those guys have been working their behind off with Brett all throughout the season. And one of the best things that happened for him, God kind of took away his legs, so it forced him to kind of get in the weight room and build that upper body strength. And you look at his physical structure right now. I mean, he's put together pretty good now going into year 2. Again, his biggest redeeming quality is his athleticism to be able to stretch the field vertically. And he understands route details. He understands how to get in and out of breaks. He's tough, which allows him to have the ability to develop into an adequate blocker for us. And so that skill set in the passing game is going to be really good for us going forward. And I'm excited to get him back on the grass and get to working. So.
John Stevens is a big boy now. Peyton Hendershot can't drop a pass. He can't miss a block. Because now you got receiver dudes that do receiving things better than you because John Stevens is an ex-receiver. But then you also got blocky dudes that block a little better. That block a lot better than you, Peyton Hendershot. Blocking wasn't necessarily your bag at first. You know what I'm saying? Like you were the receiving dude out of the group. Now you got a dude that receive better than you. Now you got to change your game and into being more of a blocky guy. There's 2 dudes on the field that block better than you right now. Jake Ferguson blocks better. So there's 3 dudes on the field that blocks better than you right now. Yo, Peyton Hendershot, all eyes going to be on you when training camp gets there. But the problem with all eyes being on you is there's going to be more eyes on John Stevens and Brevin Ford and Lou Schoonmaker and Jake Ferguson since he's number 1 guy right now. So you better focus on beating Princeton Fant and my other characters that I can't think of their name. But hey, Peyton Hendershot got a long climb, but that's the nature of this business. I think Brevin Ford is going to come right in, and he's going to fit right into this thing, snug as a bug in a rug. And he's 27 years old. He's like 25, 23, 24. He's 27 years old, so he's a grown man, and he's ready to fly. High floor guy. Low ceiling. I don't think Brevin Ford is going to improve too much more than what he is right now, but what he is right now might be enough. All right, y'all. Appreciate your vacation. Voch tapping out. Got some more content coming for y'all later on in the week. Salute. Peace.